All right, folks, welcome to Calm 2311 Media Writing. My name is Austin Luter, and I'm going to be y'all's instructor this semester. Good to meet all of y'all. I'm looking forward to reading your discussion post this week and getting to know y'all better. I put together a little presentation here to just kind of do some housekeeping and kind of laying some groundwork for the semester. That's all of what this week is going to be. Really is just kind of getting to know everybody, getting to know what the expectations are, and so we can dig in. Let me get this up here to screen view here. Okay, cool. A little bit about me. Like I said, my name is Austin Luter, Lewter. Um, my wife and I have 4 kids, 3 girls and a boy. Here we are, all right here. This is our son Jackson, our twins Isabella and Mackenzie. This is our youngest Grace. That's my wife Jennifer. Um, I'm a working newspaper publisher and owner. I'm the publisher of 5 newspapers in North Texas, and one of which I own. The other 4 I publish for another owner. Um, my hobbies: I'm a member of the local Rotary Club. I'm on the board of directors of the local Chamber of Commerce. And I am also a volunteer youth sports coach. I'm a head basketball coach. I'm coaching 5th grade girls basketball this winter, and then I'll have a 10U softball team in the spring. So my wife and I stay pretty busy with our hobbies that pretty much center around our kids. And if I can get this to advance. Oh, here we go. We're going crazy on advance too many. Hold on just a second. So here's a little disclaimer I want to go ahead and get out of the way. This is an unprecedented time that we live in. I know with the pandemic, we've been in a year. People have had to adjust. This class is usually delivered in person, and it's not going to be this semester. It wasn't last semester either. Honestly, right now, the college is not sure what's going to happen with summer classes or even in the fall. As with everything else in the world, it's just up in the air right now. So here's my COVID disclaimer. As we embark upon the semester amid the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, please know I understand the unknowns of this world right now. I want to accommodate special situations in every way I can, and communication is key. Should you be affected by a COVID-19 diagnosis this semester, please let me know. Keep me in the loop and let's deal with it on a case by case basis. Course and deadline accommodations due to a COVID-19 diagnosis can be made at my discretion. So, hey guys, just let me know what's going on. If if you get sick and you're out for a few weeks, there's no reason necessarily to drop the class. Um, we can make accommodations. Likewise, if you become the caretaker of somebody who's sick, it really kind of takes your eye off the ball of school and class. Just let me know. Don't wait until I haven't heard from you a month, and then you have a bunch of back work that you're getting zeros on. I don't know what's going on. Just let me know up front. Just keep me in the loop, and we're going to pray that nobody has to deal with that. Okay. And I'm advancing too many slides again. I'm sorry. So, why take this class? Here's what we're going to do in this class. We're going to find and understand news values of a particular situation. What makes a story, and how do we tell that story? We're going to use facts and not opinions when writing news stories. Um, that's, I think, in this day and age, facts are of of high value, and that's what this class is about. Just the facts. We're going to learn how to write news leads by finding the most important points in the story and listing them first. This is all part and parcel to the correct form of a news story that y'all are going to learn about too. Um, we're going to learn about the inverted pyramid form of organizing your news story and your news content in a story. These stories you're going to write are going to be in short journalistic paragraphs in the acceptable style and form. Let's see if I can advance without advancing too many. I don't want to open that. Sorry, this is embarrassing. We're going to get it figured out, I promise. So we were at this slide. We're going to slide 4. I apologize again. The textbook you're going to need: Insider Reporting, a practical guide to the craft of journalism. This is available in the ebook section of your Blackboard. You don't have to buy this one. The AP Style Guide is one that newspaper writing is done in AP in Associated Press style. I need you to pick up a copy of the AP Style book. I say the 2018 edition because it's updated every year. There's a 2021 edition out now. The newer they are, the more expensive they are. 2016, 17, 18, it would still work. It'd save you some bucks. You buy it used on Amazon or directly from the AP. You can buy the 2021 edition if you want. I wouldn't go back any further than about 2016. There are updates that happen every year on that, and you want to be, relatively current. But pick you up an AP style book, and like I said, you can do that on Amazon. I'm sure the campus bookstore there, or directly from the AP. One thing I forgot to mention a little bit about me. This is actually my first year teaching. I've been in the newspaper business for about a decade and a half now. Went back and got my master's and have always wanted to do this. And the opportunity arose, and here I am. I'm still learning Blackboard. The last experience I had with Blackboard was an undergraduate student like y'all over 15 years ago. So I've never been at it from the instructor perspective. As we got to get off into this, if there's any glitches with delivery on my part with Blackboard, please just be patient with me. I'm learning it. Apparently, I'm learning it all now, so we can change next semester. I guess there's a different software coming down the pike, but I'm new to Tarrant County College, and I'm new to teaching. So if we get off into this, like I said, I should have mentioned this before. Just be patient with me. There's not any glitches that we won't be able to fix, and I hope there's not any glitches. But just be patient with me as we get into this, and maybe when it's all said and done, I'll figure out how to advance slides without going too far. So that was the textbook. Back on topic here. I'm sorry. So here's how your grades are going to break down. 35% of your grade is showing up and doing your discussion posts, participating in your discussion post every week, and being involved. That's 35%. You are going to have to write 4 stories this semester, and just you writing those 4 stories accounts for 25% of your grade. We are going to gauge the improvement of those stories. So it's kind of a lab situation where I can't expect the first story you write in the semester to be as good as the last story. That's not fair. You're still learning the process. You're still learning how to do it. So just the mere showing up and writing 4 stories, part of the guidelines, accounts for 25% of your grade. Just showing up and doing them. Now, another 25% is going to be based upon the improvement from that first story to that last story. So we are going to want that last story to be better, because by then, hopefully, you know what you're doing. And that improvement factor is going to count for another 25%. And then your final story of the semester, it's going to come late in the semester. It's going to be called what's called an evergreen story. Evergreen means just like the tree, it lasts all year round. It's not time sensitive. Those might be subject to publication in the first issue of the summer Collegian. The Collegian is the Tarrant County College newspaper, and the idea here is that stories you write for this class will be published in the newspaper. So we are going to put an actual grade on that last story of the semester. By then, you know how to do it, and we're going to grade it. So if that makes sense, 35% for discussion and attendance. Your discussion post is how I'm going to base your attendance. If you don't do your discussion post, you're going to get a 0 for that week. And if you don't do it enough, then you get counted as not present for financial aid purposes and all that other stuff. And it's just not a discussion. Just show up and be involved, um, be a contributing part of the conversation. Um, like I said, and then you show up, you write your 4 stories. That's 25%. If you do them, you're going to get the 25%. If you show improvement, we're going to issue a grade for that, and then we're going to issue a grade for the final story. Let's do this again. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to get it down. Okay, so your discussion posts, like I said, this is how we gauge attendance. Your discussion posts are going to be due by 11:59 p.m. every Friday. The discussion post for the following week will be available 16 minutes later at 12:15 a.m. Saturday. So we start our class week at Saturday at 12:15 a.m. and it goes through the following Friday at 11:59 p.m. I want this written in correct, proper grammar and style. Full sentences, coherent paragraphs, no abbreviations, no emojis. This needs to be academically minded writing. I need you to show critical thinking, and I want you to engage in the conversation. Two-word sentence, a two sentence comment is not going to cut it. I need 200 to 300 words on your first thread, and I'm going to expect 75 to 100 words on each of the 3 required comments you're supposed to give to your fellow students. The discussion posts are going to be relevant to that week's readings, of course. The other part of your grade, the story is written for the Collegian. This is a little bit more information on that. It's 2 TCC news stories. You're going to have to go out and find these news stories, which in a pandemic is hard to do sometimes. There's not a lot of live events going on, but there's still things to write about. These are the issues facing the pandemic or things that professional newspapers we're still having. It's things we're having to deal with, and we're still having to go find the stories. Sometimes the news walks in the door. Sometimes you got to walk out the door and go find it. So 2 of them are going to be TCC news stories for the newspaper with newspaper publication in mind. One of them is going to be a multimedia news story. And the 15%, the final exam grade is that evergreen news story that I mentioned. Um, there is an extra credit opportunity if you maintain and turn in an electronic portfolio that is a portfolio of your work throughout the semester. Then there'll be some extra credit accommodations for that, and we'll talk about that extra credit opportunity the further we get along in class. And of course, standard grade distribution, 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89.99 is a B, and so forth and so on. Like I said, the course schedule is going to run from 11:55 a.m. on Saturday until, I'm sorry, 12. I'm getting my courses confused. It's going to run from 12:15 a.m. Saturday, to be clear, the Saturday at 11:59. So the following Friday. So 12:15 a.m. on Saturday to 11:59 the following Friday. Everything's due at 11:59 on Friday. 16 minutes later at 12:15 a.m. Saturday, the new course content will be available. There's not going to be any working weeks ahead in this class. You're going to get your content for that week at Saturday and have on Saturday morning. Um, yes, I'm sorry. I got sidetracked here. I'm at the office. So there's going to be no working ahead. You're going to you're going to get it week by week, and you're going to do it week by week. Um, you're expected to consume and read and devour all of the course material that's offered to you in Blackboard. You also need to check your MyTCCD email frequently. There could be a possibility of other supplemental materials being emailed to you there. So that's the expectation on that. We're also, in addition to all of this, you're going to have a weekly live session. This is where I'm, whether the method of this I haven't really decided yet. Could be Microsoft Teams, could be Google Meet, could be Zoom. Not really sure how the method yet, but I'll let y'all know as soon as I do know. But we're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna all be expected to log into a video call, a video conference call, and we're gonna hash it out in live mode. So I need to know what times of the week work best. Now this is an asynchronous class, so there will be a recording of the session if you're not able to make it. I do want you to make every effort to make it. I think that the conversation is where the learning really happens. Um, but I need to know what time works best for everybody. And I think that this lesson needs to happen, or this conversation needs to happen sometime before noon on Tuesday. So you have the rest of the week to apply it to the work that we're doing for that week. There's a link, and if you can find the link in your um, introduction lesson in Blackboard. Um, you're going to go to this Google Doc that I have set up, and I need to know, first of all, what your name is. And I need you to rank Monday morning, Monday afternoon, Tuesday morning, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1. Number 1 being this is the most ideal time, this is the second most ideal time, and this is the third most ideal time. I'd also like you to X on these columns here, letting me know what means of social media that you use and participate in. I had a professor in graduate school that delivered his lectures on Facebook Live. If everybody has a Facebook account and wants to do it that way, then maybe that's the easiest way to do it. I don't know. I'm not saying that that's what we're going to do, but I'd like to know who's using what social media so we can know who communicates how. Um, so, in the you can find the link to this document in your introduction lesson in Blackboard. Make sure this is actually for another class right here, the screenshot. This is another class I'm teaching. You should see when you open this document, it'll say COM 2311 live availability. And I'm sharing artwork here on the slide. Late assignment policy is we don't generally take late assignments. This is a writing class, and you're writing for a newspaper, and in the newspaper business and the media business, we have deadlines. So things that are written after deadline are useless because the paper's already gone off and we can't use them. Pretty much, we're going to set the deadline and you're going to hold to it. Now, that being said, once again, communication is key. Something crazy is happening, somebody's sick with COVID. You have a calendar, we know what's going on in advance. Let me know. And I want to work with you. Here's how you can get a hold of me. This is my cell phone. You can call, you can text anytime. This is my email. I generally am going to commit to replying to emails within 24 hours, but you're going to find out that it's generally not going to take me that long. You can FaceTime me. We can talk on Microsoft Teams. We can do a Zoom. We can use Facebook Messenger. We can use Google Meet. We can use Facebook Video, call, text, email. I want to be as accessible to you as possible. Oh, I did forget on this link when you go to fill this spreadsheet out, make sure that you're logging, that you're trying to access that with your MyTCCD email. That's a Google-based account. It'll make it easier. It's also you're gonna have to request permission from me to access it. I will grant those permissions as soon as they come in. So keep that in mind. Like I said, this is how you get a hold of me. A few more lessons to words of wisdom. I don't know if they're words of wisdom, but it's from a guy who's taken a lot of college classes. I know most of y'all aren't too far in your college careers yet. If there's one document, if there's one thing that you read word for word all semester, it needs to be the syllabus. You can find the syllabus in Blackboard under the syllabus menu. After that, it's the course calendar. You can find that as well on Blackboard. that outlines all of our deadlines and our expectations. So read those two documents. If you have any questions about those two documents, please, 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 this is how you get a hold of me. You got the textbook. Learn how to read the textbook. Textbooks are written like an outline. They have headings and subheadings and what's important, and they're organized they're organized as such. So um, for now, you're going to find this week's discussion post should be open, and it is just introducing yourself in 300 words. I want you to introduce yourself. I want you to spell things correctly. I want you to proofread it. And then I want you to spend 75 to 100 words replying to and engaging at least 3 students in the class. Um, and then we're going to hit the ground running. That's going to be available until 11:59 on Friday. And then at 12:15 Saturday morning, 16 minutes later, you'll have all of your content for next week. And the cycle goes. So just know that how excited I am to be with y'all, and keep me in the loop and let me know what questions you have. I'm here for y'all, and I'm also going to ask your patience a little bit too as I kind of feel my way around some of the around some of the technological side of this. So appreciate your time. Let's have fun, and